what's up, everyone? Hey, Jason. Love this channel and its theories. Scream 7 will be epic. Yes. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Scream 7 will be epic. I'm so excited. Like I've said before, I can't wait until we get some more updates. You know, it's been a while. I don't know what they're waiting for. Let's see who else we got here. Hi, Ghostface. Hi, Scream fan. Glad you can make it. Hi, Ethan. Jason asked, do you think Stu could be an anti-hero who goes back to his evil ways in later sequels? That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I don't know if I personally want to see that. I kind of want him to just be evil from the jump. But that is interesting to think about, and it's definitely possible. Hey, Elle, thank you so much. Hey, Reagan, glad you can make it. Hi, Owen. Hi, Josh. Scream fan asked, do you think Tara is related to Stu? Yeah, so I have this whole theory on my channel that Tara is actually Stu's daughter. Is that really gonna happen now that she's not in it? Probably not, but I have this whole elaborate theory on my channel. I'm sure some of you might have seen it. That Christina Carpenter, Tara's mom, has been off with Stu this whole time. So not only did she, hook up with Billy and have Sam, but I think I have this theory that she also hooked up with Stu and had Tara. Do I think it's actually true? Probably not, but I do think it would be a great twist if it was. Hello. Do you think they should bring Stu back immediately or introduce him back later in the series? I personally think it should be now in Scream 7. But I did talk about how, they might just be setting it up now, like in Scream 7 and 8, because this is rumored to be the start of a new trilogy. They might just be starting it up, they might just hint at it now for the later reveal in Scream 9, but I definitely think it should be now. Hey, Isaiah. Glad you could make it. I'm doing good. Hope you are as well. Hello, glad you could join us. Hey, Jen. Glad you could finally make one. I am starting to do live streams more frequently, so yeah, hopefully you can make it more often now. Do you think Gail survived? Yeah, absolutely. They say that in Scream 6. She ends up at the hospital, so she'll be fine. Jason asked, when Stu comes back in 7, do you think they can do a spin-off movie where it shows him behind all the other sequels? We just need more Stu. Don't want him to just return to get killed off. Yeah, I don't know if they would do a spin-off movie, but I definitely want some flashbacks to piece everything together to show us maybe he was involved in Scream 4 with Jill and Charlie. That would be cool. I definitely want to see some flashbacks of that to fill in the pieces. Will they make a spin-off movie? Probably not, but definitely would be cool to see. prequel show. Yeah, so I have this idea for this limited series, prequel series, where there's like one episode per Ghostface. So, you know, an episode for Billy and Stu, and then Mickey would have his own episode as well, where they can show like what he was up to before Nancy Loomis found him, because he was a serial killer before, you know, working with Nancy. So definitely would be cool to see. Do you think they'll introduce newbies or keep the core 4 but just with the twins? I definitely think they're going to introduce some new people for sure. Will the twins be in it? It's definitely possible, but it's not looking likely. Like, the last we heard from Jasmine Savoy Brown and Mason Gooding, they both said that they have not been contacted by Spyglass or anyone involved. So I don't know. There's definitely room for the twins in the story, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, I definitely think there's going to be a lot of newbies introduced. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Ethan asked, do you think Stu has been in every Scream movie 1 to 6, like as Ghostface or around the scenes? Yeah, I definitely think it's possible. And I have talked about this on the channel before, like, so I don't know if you guys know Nerdbox, the YouTube channel here. I did a live stream with them once, or I filmed like an episode with them on their channel. And they have a lot of great Scream theories and just other horror content on their channel. And they have this whole series of clues that Stu has been in the background or working in the shadows of every Scream movie. And a lot of what they have to say in their videos makes a lot of sense. So yeah, it's definitely possible. And it would be cool, like I said earlier just now, it would be cool if we could see some flashbacks in Scream 7 of them piecing everything together to show us that Stu was, in fact, in Scream 2, in Scream 3, like secretly working with those ghost faces. I did do a video, you guys can check it out in my Stu Macher playlist. I did do a video, I think it was called like, was Stu in Scream 2? So that one's definitely very interesting. Go check it out if you haven't. Isaiah asked, do you really think Mickey and Jill are dead? I think Mickey probably is. I have talked about this before, where technically he did not get shot in the head, so it's possible he's alive, like if they wanted to do that, but I don't think he is. I don't think there's really any reason to bring Mickey back. Jill, on the other hand, it's possible that she's alive. We've talked about this on the channel before, like that was the original plan. She was supposed to be in Scream 5 back in the day if they had made it, you know, soon after Scream 4. That was the plan. Do I think they'll actually bring her back? Probably not. However, Emma Roberts has said that she feels she's not done with the Scream franchise and she would love to return. So, will they do it? I don't know. Who was calling Tara in the beginning of Scream 5, Richie or Amber? That's a good question. I don't know. I know Zach Cherry here on YouTube is like really good at that stuff and deciphering the clues. I can't remember who he thinks it was. But Richie, like, I think Richie might have been with Sam in Modesto. So it might have been Richie on the phone, like calling from another room where he was with Sam, because it just seems unlikely that he could get to Woodsboro and back to Modesto in time without Sam like being suspicious of him. And I do think that Amber was the one who attacked Tara, just because of how Amber's style is frantic and chaotic, and that Ghostface was unsuccessful in killing Tara. So I do think Amber was the one who attacked. However, I do have this theory on my channel that it was Stu who called Tara. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. I think it's called, like, was Stu Macher in Scream 5's opening scene? Because there are a ton of clues that Stu was the one who called Tara. But, you know, if it's not Stu, and we have to pick from Richie or Amber, I think it's Richie. Jen says, I have a feeling we won't be getting any new information anytime soon. I believe they're going to keep things quiet to prevent leaks. Oh man, I hope not. I hope we get something soon, like just some cast updates, just some confirmation that Courtney Cox is coming back, Patrick Dempsey, just something, like filming start, maybe location. You know, we don't need anything major, just something, just a little update to keep us satisfied. Oh no, Jason. I would hate to see this, but what if Stu is the opening kill? I would absolutely hate that. I do not want that. Like, obviously, the tiniest part of me would be satisfied that, like, at least he came back and, you know, we got proof that he was in fact alive all this time, but most of me would be super bummed that we don't even get to spend a whole movie with him. So no, I do not want this. Ron asked, who do you consider the ruler? I think we were talking this yesterday on the live stream, and a part of me thinks Charlie, because he had the most brutal kill with Olivia. I'm gonna go with Charlie. Let's see. We got Landon in here. Hey, Landon. What's your ranking for all female Ghostfaces? Jill is definitely, let's see, how many do we have? We have Jill, Amber, Quinn, and Nancy. I'm gonna go Jill number 1, Nancy number 2, Amber number 3, and Quinn number 4. Jill's definitely my favorite. For sure, without a doubt. Jill is just the best. Everything about her. The reveal was great. Isaiah says, there's no way Amber killed Dewey, as skinny as she is. There's no way. I think Stu killed Dewey. Yeah, you guys, I'm sure you guys know how I feel. I think Stu is not only the one, you know, I think he's the one who killed Dewey, and I also think he attacked Gail in Scream 6 and killed her boyfriend Brooks. There's a ton of clues that he is the one who attacked Gail. I did a full video on this on my channel if you want to check it out. I think it's called, like, proof that Stu attacked Gale in Scream 6. There are a ton of clues. Ryan says, I consider the most brutal killer Charlie and Mickey. Yeah, definitely Charlie. Mickey was good too. Isaiah says Charlie is more brutal than Mickey. Yeah, I think I have to agree with that. Just the whole Olivia kill alone, like, just that's hands down the most brutal kill in the whole franchise for sure. Hey Pyro, I'm glad you can make it. Let's see. Chocolate Ice, what's up? Glad you can make it. You said, I have a theory that Jill is still alive. Because in Scream 5, they referenced Charlie, knowing she could have told Richie and Amber to use his name, and plus Sydney got stabbed by Jill in the same area. Interesting. Yeah. I've talked about this on my channel before, the whole Charlie thing. Like, there are theories out there that Charlie is still alive. I've covered them on my channel. They were like some of the first videos I ever made on my channel. So if you want to scroll back all the way to the beginning, I talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there who want Jill to be alive, and it definitely is possible, just considering she wasn't shot in the head. That alone, like, you know, the franchise emphasizes this rule of you have to shoot the killer in the head or they can always come back. So does that mean that every single killer not shot in the head is alive? No, it doesn't, but it's always possible. Jason says, justice for Dewey. I hope they show Stu was the one who killed him. You and me both. I hope, yeah, I hope they can show some kind of a flashback. What's the big three of Ghostfaces? Definitely Billy and Stu, for sure. Top two. Who else? Who would be the third? Probably maybe Roman. Like, Roman's not my favorite, but it's just the fact that all of this was started because of him. Like, he might be up there with Billy and Stu, even though he's not like my personal favorite. Hey Tyler, what's up? You said they should do a Scream spinoff that involves Tara having a psychotic father that wants to kill Sam for breaking up the family and her mom cheating on him with Billy. Yeah, that would definitely be cool to see. So would her dad be like a new Ghostface? Because that would be interesting. Like, you know, Sam's dad used to be a Ghostface and Tara's dad is now a Ghostface. That would be pretty crazy. Pyro said, Zach Cherry said it was Amber because Richie was with Sam while Amber was waiting for Tara to open the door. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought that's what Zach Cherry said. Ethan asked, do I think Charlie Walker is alive because he did not get shot in the head and never came back for a final scare? Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I have all these theories on my channel about Charlie being alive. Do I necessarily believe it anymore? Not, you know, probably not, but it's possible. However, Rory Culkin did say that he's done with the Scream franchise, unfortunately. I got a few people watching on TikTok live right now. What's up, everyone? Hey, Coco, thank you. Elisa, thank you. Coco asked, what's your favorite Scream movie? Definitely the original. You can't beat the original, in my opinion. However, after the original is definitely Scream 4. Scream 4 is my favorite Scream sequel. Let's see who else we got here. Let's see. Landon said, I don't think Amber killing Dewey was unrealistic. She never overpowered him. She just stabbed him in the gut, then in the back, and then Dewey jolted up as a reaction to getting stabbed. Yeah, I mean, you have a point. Like, I definitely think it's more likely that Amber killed Dewey than like Quinn attacking Gale. I think there's far more clues that Stu attacked Gale and killed Brooks. But there are a few clues with the Dewey thing that also makes me think it's Stu. Just the fact that, like you said, like he stabbed him in the gut, which is something that Stu says in the first movie, like, you know, how do you gut someone? But yeah, I get where you're coming from. Hey, Anthony. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Denisha. Thanks for being here. Hello. Thank you for your question. Do you think that Scream 7 will involve Christina Carpenter, or will we finally focus on the mockers? Will every Scream ever be around Billy? I hope that Christina Carpenter is involved. I think we talked about this yesterday on the live stream. Oh. Denisha, is my audio good now? Can you hear me now? I have my microphone plugged in. Sometimes it gives me issues. Let's see. Yeah, so I hope Christina Carpenter is involved. I do think she could still be involved even without Sam or Tara, because she has like this connection to Sydney. They went to high school together. You know, she dated Billy. Maybe she wants revenge on Sydney for killing Billy. But I do think we're going to focus on the mockers for sure. Denisha, is my audio good now? Can you guys all hear me good? Let me know. What's the best Scream sequel? Definitely Scream 4, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people out there who would not agree with that. Jen says, I don't feel that Kirby added anything to Scream 6. No need for her to return for 7. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who agree with you. I personally, I kind of liked her in Scream 6. I think it wasn't that bad, and I definitely think they could include her a little bit more in Scream 7. So I would like to see her again, and hopefully they just give her a little more of a role. That would be cool to see. Hi, Tommy on TikTok. Hey, JT. Hey, Scream fan. Are you going back and forth between TikTok and YouTube right now? Yeah, let's see. Do you think Danny would have been a Ghostface in a Sam sequel? Definitely think it's possible. I've talked about this on my channel. I have a couple of Danny theories on my channel. Yeah, he was kind of suspicious in Scream 6. And if they were to later reveal him like in Scream 7, that would be the first ever for the Scream movies to have like a returning character be revealed later on, which I think would be cool to see. Like, especially at this point, like 7 movies in, we definitely need to change it up a little bit. Like, I mean, you guys know that's why I want Stu to come back, because it's different to have a returning Ghostface rather than just like another new random person. So then to also have Danny return and be revealed later on, like that would be so cool to see. But like you said, like I think it would only happen if Sam was in the movie. Without Sam, there's just like no point now. Chocolate Ice said, imagine Charlie being alive and coming after Jill and Kirby. Yeah, I mean, now that we have Kirby back, like it would be cool to have Charlie come back and come after her. But, you know, like I said, Rory Culkin said he's done with Scream. So I don't think that's ever going to happen, unfortunately. Yes, Pyro. This is like exactly what I envision in my head. You said they should have a memory of Dewey's death, but instead of cutting it to when they are outside, it shows Stu taking off his mask, observing Dewey's dead body. Yes, that is like exactly how I envision it. And that's how I envision like every other flashback that they could do for Stu. Like, you know, if they show him in other past sequels, something just like that. Like give us a flashback where they fill in the pieces and show Stu like revealing himself to us, the audience. That would be amazing. Nancy versus Jill, who wins? Ooh. They're both pretty crazy. Jill is insane. Nancy has like those crazy eyes. But I'm gonna have to go with Jill, because the fact that she could beat herself up, like if you can do that to yourself, just imagine what you could do to other people. I'm gonna have to give this one to Jill for sure. I'm trying my best to get to everyone in the chat, but if you have a burning question you want me to answer, feel free to send in a super chat, because those go to the front of the line, take priority. If you have a question you want me to answer, send in a super chat, and I really, really appreciate those. So, but I am trying to get to everyone here. See who we got on TikTok. Hey Ninja Fighter, how are you? Hannah, what's your favorite color? That's tough. Like I feel like I like every color and it just kind of depends on my mood. Right now I'm gonna go with pink. I have a pink microphone. Thank you for the question. Danny Boy says, should we have a prequel seeing Roman plot motivate Billy, Stu, Maureen's death leading to Katie? Yeah, I would absolutely love that. Yeah, I've talked about it before. I was just mentioning it on my YouTube live stream, which I have going at the same time right now. I want to see like a prequel series for Ghostfaces. Like a limited series, 1 season long, 1 episode per Ghostface. It would be cool to see Roman before the events of Scream 3. Same for Mickey and like Maureen's death. Hannah asks, how old are you? I am almost 28. I was born the same year that Scream came out, 1996. Hey Devin, Devin says, my theory for Scream 7 is that Stu will lead a Ghostface cult, and we could get more than 3 Ghostfaces going after Sydney, and I really want Stu to say surprise Sydney. Absolutely. I am with you 100%. This is what I believe for sure. Stu's leading a cult of Ghostfaces, and I definitely want him to say surprise Sydney. I want him to say again, I always had a thing for you, Sid. I definitely want to see like a lot of callbacks to the original for sure. We gotta, you know, like Randy says, it's all about going back to the original. So let's do a few little parallels and callbacks. Ethan sent in a question. Was Stu the Ghostface who attacked Mindy in Scream 5? Because the Ghostface is tall like Stu and has the knife above the head, or do you think it was Richie acting like Stu? That's a good question, because you guys know I always talk about like Stu Macher's signature move, and that is another scene where we see it. A part of me does think that this is Richie though, acting like Stu, like you said. I do think Richie is one of Stu's cult members, so I definitely think he can draw inspiration from Stu. I don't think Stu was necessarily there at the house in the final act of 5. I think that was probably Richie. Do you really think the Olivia kill is more brutal than Casey? Just thinking how she was gutted alive, unable to scream, as she got her windpipe crushed and was bleeding out, then hanged on a string. That's a good point. Casey's is pretty brutal. But for me, it's just the fact that like Olivia, the walls were covered in blood. Like, I think they're probably pretty close in brutality, Casey versus Olivia. But I'm still gonna go with Olivia, just because the walls were painted with blood. Danny Boy on TikTok asked, "Do you think the twins, Minnie and Chad, will be included in part 7?" I don't know. So I was saying on my YouTube stream earlier that it's definitely possible, but it's not looking likely because the last we heard from Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown, this was like 2 months ago. They've not been contacted by Spyglass or anyone involved in Scream 7. So I just feel like the core 4 is done. Like without Sam and Tara, like it's just not looking likely. So I don't know. There's still a chance, but I don't think so. Scream fan asked, should Scream 7 be the last Scream movie? I hope not. I hope they still make a few. I could watch Scream forever as long as they make good movies. And there's a rumor that Scream 7 is going to be the start of a new trilogy. So I don't think 7's going to be the last movie. Hello, thanks for joining. Chocolate Ice asked, have you seen Rory was with Matthew Lillard and Skeet and some of the Scream 5 cast in a pic? He looked like he didn't want to be there. Yes, I did see this. I think that's just how he is. I think he's like kind of an introvert, was kind of nervous. I think he wanted to be there. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone. But I will see if he does any more. Maybe that was his one and only convention. Jeffrey on TikTok said, dope, Chucky and Tiffany. Thank you so much. I got them at Five Below. They were $5 each, so can't beat that. Ryan says, my ranking for Scream 7 opening kills: 1, Samantha's mom; 2, Stu; 3, a relative of Casey Becker. I definitely hope it's not Stu. I want him in a full movie. Samantha's mom, I wouldn't hate it, but I have said how I want Christina Carpenter to be working with Stu, so that's the only reason why I wouldn't want her to be the opening kill. Isaiah says, my top 3 favorite Scream movies are Scream 1, Scream 6, and Scream 4. Yeah, solid. There's a lot of people who love Scream 6. I love it too, but like, it's probably my second to last favorite. I think yesterday I gave you guys my ranking, and for me it goes Scream 1, Scream 4, Scream 2, Scream 5, Scream 6, Scream 3. I believe I like Scream 5 more than 6, which a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with that. I think a lot of people prefer Scream 6. You know, sometimes it's hard to do these rankings because they're all good. Like, you know, I love every Scream movie. Danny Boy says, I'm nervous about the new trilogy. I feel like they are stretching the story a bit. I get it. I get where you're coming from, but, you know, I want Scream to go on forever. Jeffrey asks, so after Scream 7, you think we will get another one? Yeah. I think as long as these movies make money, like, yeah, I think they're going to keep making them. And there is a rumor that Scream 7 is going to be the start of a new trilogy. So, for sure, I think there's going to be another one. For sure. Hey, Five Nights at Freddy's. Thanks for watching my TikToks. Danny Boy also said, I love Scream, but my girl Sydney needs a break. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. She got her break in Scream 6, though. Now she's got to come back. Jeffrey asked, do you think Jenna Ortega is the new face of Scream? No, just because she is not gonna, she quit. Like, no, she's not gonna be in it, so. Okay, let's go back to YouTube chat. In Scream 7, should Kirby, Kincaid, Gale, and Sydney return? Yes, I absolutely would love to see all 4 of them. Sydney for sure. I mean, we have confirmation that Nev's coming back. I'm sure that Gale is going to be back. I mean, she's been in every movie. Kincaid, there's rumors. I think he should because he's Sydney's husband. And there's been rumors for a while about this. And according to Production Weekly, which is like a reliable source, apparently they're looking to get him back. Kirby, I also would love to see back, for sure. Will it happen? I don't know. Scream 4 is the best sequel. Absolutely. I totally agree. Which movie had the best Ghostface voice? Well, definitely like the first movie is, you know, just the best. But I really like Scream 4. I think Charlie on the phone did a really great job. He has a lot of good lines. And just the way he like says certain things are so good. Hey, Michael. Yes, I'm trying to live stream more. Hey, John. John asked, have you seen John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness? One of the best I've seen of all time. I have not, but I will have to add it to the list. I have a growing list of movies I have to watch, which I make like almost no progress in because I just keep adding more movies and like hardly watching any of them. But I will check it out. Thank you. Did you hear the original Scream 6 script would have Sydney hunting down Ghostface because some at school told there's a Ghostface in New York? She gets herself involved. No, I did not hear that. That's interesting though. Hey Ghostface. Thanks for joining us. Isaiah asked, who in the Scream franchise do you wish was still alive? I wish Annika was still alive. I have quite a few. I definitely think Randy's number one. Tatum. Those two like kill me every time I see them die. But Randy's definitely number one. Ninja Fighter on TikTok says... Where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, I know this might not be horror related, but what's your favorite movies to watch? I mean, definitely Scream. Scream is my favorite. Hey, Movies a Minute. What's up? Did I see Five Nights at Freddy's? Yes, I did. Jeffrey says, seems like she's in everything now, referring to Jenna. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. I mean, we got Wednesday, we got Beetlejuice. Yeah, she's definitely popular. Matthew Lillard can help revamp the franchise with the loss of Tara and Sam. For sure. We need something big. Danny Boy says, did you ever read the original script for Scream 4? It leaked with Cotton being one of the killers. No, I've never heard of that. I mean, Cotton died in Scream 3, so would that mean he didn't really die? He like survived Scream 3? Am I blocked? No, you're not. I can see your question. I don't really block anyone ever. Jeffrey, yeah, someone on my YouTube live stream asked me about Prince of Darkness, if I've seen it. I have not. Do you take what Scary Movie did with Scream as insult or funny? No, I think it's definitely funny for sure. Alright, let's see who we got in the YouTube chat. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. You asked, you may be seeing Nerd at Night Who Killed Tatum video. Spoiler, he proves Stu. People love to think it's Billy, while Stu quotes Tatum's last words. I don't get fans' obsession with unscripted skeet. I did see that video. And yeah, they definitely made a case for it to be Stu. I've always thought it was Billy. Just because I always assumed like Stu's busy at the party, you know? So it would kind of be hard for him to sneak away. And then the fact that like Billy shows up suspiciously right after Tatum dies and kind of gives Stu a look like it's done, you know, I did the deed. But yeah, I did see that Nerd at Night video and it was a very well done video. And they kind of convinced me that it could be Stu. That's what I love about the Scream franchise. Like, you know, everything's open to interpretation and nothing is really set in stone. And it's fun to talk about and, like, you know, share theories with each other, share clues. And I'm always willing to change the way I think about things. Like, I'm never set in thinking about one way. Like, I'm always open to new clues and new theories. So yeah, it might be Stu who killed Tatum. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. Tyler says, what if Ethan is the opening kill in Scream 7 who gets a call from Ghostface, then Ghostface murders him in his cell for failing to kill the Carpenter sisters? I personally don't care to see Ethan again. He's like my least favorite Scream character ever. Like, him and Angelina, for some reason, they just like annoy me, and I just don't care to see Ethan again. I know there's some people out there who think he's alive. I personally do not. We got Jill Roberts in the chat asking, what do you think about Charlie? Do you like him as a character and Ghostface? Yes, I love Charlie. I feel like Charlie gets a lot of hate. I think he's an underrated Ghostface. I like him before the reveal and after the reveal. I think he was a great character. You know, a reason that I love Scream 4 is because they just do such a good job at allowing us to get to know the characters and spend time with them and, like, know their personality, which is not something that I can say for Scream 5. I feel like Scream 5 didn't really do a good job of developing the characters. We didn't get to know them enough. Like, you know, I didn't care if they lived or died. Like, Liv, Chad's girlfriend, I just didn't care. Wes, I liked Wes Hicks, but I don't know, they just could have done it better. But yes, to answer your question, I love Charlie. I thought he was a great Ghostface. He's definitely in my top 5 for sure. Thank you for your question. Who is the dumbest Ghostface? Let's see. I have to think about it. So I'm gonna go with Jill, which I'm about to contradict myself because I feel like Jill is somewhat the smartest because she was able to convince Charlie to do all the heavy lifting for her. But then at the same time, she's like the dumbest because she slipped up in the end. You know? Like, she gave herself away to Dewey. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Jill. Nah, we don't believe that here. We're Stu believers. We think Stu's alive. Let's see what we got going on TikTok. Sabrina Carpenter and Stu. Do you mean Sam Carpenter? Because Sabrina Carpenter is a singer in real life. I think Stu's sister is coming in the next movie, for sure. I agree. Yeah, Scream 4, my favorite. Charlie is underrated. What's your favorite scary movie besides Scream? Probably Jeepers Creepers. I love Jeepers Creepers. I love Justin Long. Thoughts on them bringing back the scary movies? I'm super excited for it. I hope it's good. I hope it's funny. I hope they make fun of Scream again. But yeah, I'm super excited. Emma Roberts was the best after Billy and Stu. Totally agree. Yeah. Jill's reveal, like, after Billy and Stu is the best one. Ghostface says Richie is my favorite Ghostface. He's not bad. It's not my favorite, though. What if Martha Meeks is the killer? That would be pretty crazy. I just don't think that that would happen. Also, during the climax of the film, Tara could tell her dad to take some responsibility for all the killings. That would be pretty crazy to see. One of Sydney's daughters could be the killer. That would be a heartbreaking twist. That would be heartbreaking for sure. I mean, Sydney can't catch a break. Like, all her freaking relatives are the killers. Roman, Jill, her daughter. That would be insane. Josh said, I want there to be 5 killers in 7. 3 Stu Lives fans, Leslie Macher, and Stu Macher. Yeah, I would love that. I definitely think it should be more than Scream 6, more than the 3 that we got. I'm probably gonna go for like 5 or so more minutes on here. So if you want to send in your questions, do so now. And if you have a question that you really want me to answer, you can send in a super chat, because those take priority. I'm trying to catch up. There's so many questions and comments in the chat, which I love, but it's hard to get to everyone. Landon asked, did you watch the new Strangers movie, or have you watched the original and Pray at Night? If so, what's your opinions on them? I did not watch the new one. I love the original. The original is so good. And I really liked Pray at Night also. I know there's some people out there who didn't like the sequel, Pray at Night, but I thought it was great. The main girl, Bailey Madison, I thought she was good in it. She's in the new Pretty Little Liars show. I don't know how many of you here are watching that. The new show is like a slasher movie almost. So definitely check out the new Pretty Little Liars, because it's not at all like the original Pretty Little Liars. Like, if you're into horror and slashers, you'll like the new show. But yeah, I did not see the new Strangers movie yet. Jill Roberts should come back. Yeah, I would love that. Let's see what these new killers have against Sydney. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's Stu, and what he has against her is wanting revenge, you know? Hey DJ, glad you could join us. I hope you enjoy my channel. I have tons of videos. I mean, if you just found my channel today, you have like hundreds of videos to binge, so that should be fun. Top 5 saddest deaths? Interesting. Tatum for sure. Randy for sure. Who else? You know, I've said before, I think Mickey's death is really sad because, and I feel like it gets overlooked. He was a good character. He was a good boyfriend to Sydney. Who else? Tatum, Randy, Derek. Annika was really sad. Even though she wasn't like my favorite character, her death was really sad. Oh, and Dewey, of course, Dewey. Sheesh, he's like number 1. How could I forget? Do you think Stu Macher will be the main villain in Scream 7, or do you think it will be someone less obvious? Definitely Stu. No doubt in my mind. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, check out my YouTube channel if you want to talk Scream all the time. The link is in my bio on my TikTok profile. Hey, Tyler. All right, I'm gonna end this stream on TikTok right now. Gonna go for a couple more minutes on YouTube. So if you want to go over there, the link is in my bio. But I am gonna wrap this one up too. But thanks so much, guys. Thanks for joining the live stream. All right. Let's see. I can beat Charlie in a fight. Maybe? Which Ghostfaces do you think you could take in a fight? Probably Quinn, because I feel like she was so like unsuccessful in killing anyone, really. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Quinn, probably Ethan. Stu Macher killed Casey. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like torn on that. I always thought it was Billy. So many questions in here. Would you like to see Angelina come back as part of Stu's cult? Personally, I would not like to see her come back. She is like one of my least favorite characters. Hey Ryan, sure. Yeah, I can add you as a mod. Thank you, I appreciate it. How much of a time jump would you want if it happens? Not a big one, like, you know, 3 years max, 5, like no more than 5 years. I don't think it should be like 10 or anything like that. Loving the streams every day. Thanks. I'm not sure if I'm going to go every single day. I'm going to try, though, for sure. I definitely want at least a few every week, for sure. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We've been going for an hour, which is awesome. Oh wait, I have a super chat I need to get to. From Zork the Dark One. Roman may be the most unpopular Ghostface, but you cannot deny he is the strongest and deadliest. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely strong. I mean, he did all the kills himself. I wish they were a little bit more gruesome. Like, I mean, you guys probably know that it was because of censorship, because of real life events, that they couldn't get too dark with it. But yeah, I wouldn't disagree that he's like strong and deadly. I also wouldn't say he's the most unpopular Ghostface. I feel like he has a lot of fans. I definitely see that like on my TikTok account. There's a lot of people who love Roman, and Roman's their favorite. You're right, he's definitely strong and deadly. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna end it now. We've been going for an hour, which is awesome. I do have some things to do, unfortunately. I wish I could just live stream all day. But yeah, maybe I'll jump back on later tonight. No promises though. If not today, then probably tomorrow. Awesome, yeah, I can add you as a mod also. Alright, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great rest of your night if I don't talk to you later. But maybe I'll jump back on. But thanks, guys.